Hastings Caves. Stand by, more to follow. Should be good. Come on, Rog, let's go. It's got me under control. It's spooky. Entrance this way. Newegate Caves. It's 1.6 kilometres long, running parallel to the surface.
So no eating or drinking throughout this tour. It's only a 45-minute tour. I'm sure we're all going to survive. Photography and flash photography is welcomed all throughout the cave. The only time I'll ask you not to take a photo is if we do see some of our insects, so we do have cave crickets and cave spiders. We rarely see them, so you don't need to be too fussed about them. Just if we do, their natural environment is complete darkness, so they don't do well with bright light.
Finally someone who came prepared.
So welcome to Newegate Cave, everybody. What do we all think so far? Cool. It's pretty different from the outside world. So this entire cave we see is made from water. So water coming from the sky, coming through the forest floor, picking up acids and minerals on its way down, slowly dissolving through the rock and creating all the formations we see. So our biggest formation in this cave we have over here. So before we go any further into the cave, is everybody feeling comfortable?
Yes. Yeah.
No one wants to run away?
No.
We'll try and keep it like that. So from here we are going to go down the spiral staircase and onto this platform here. So my favourite formation in this cave we actually have up here behind us. We call this one the wedding cake. So it would have been very, very amazing to come across this cave, but very difficult to go through it with only ropes, candle lights and lanterns. So from where we stand to the roof of the cave is around 20 metres. From the roof of the cave to the forest floor is another 20 to 30 metres, so we're currently sitting 40 to 50 metres underground. So you also may have noticed these cabins in my torchlight. We can follow those all the way around the roof. So they used to be underground rivers flowing through. So over time the underneath rock has slowly eroded away, leaving these behind. So it's just the different minerals that bring the waters brought down. So the more white formations are more clear. It does give us an idea if we broke open all the formations we see, what we find on the inside. So this is around 250,000 years old and does weigh 300 to 400 kilos. So we're not too worried about anyone picking it up and taking it with them on their way out. When you do make your way up these stairs, there are stalactites that hang out to the left, so we just need to stick to our right going past those.
Touch.
Had to leave the camera away.
Let's go up this column here, I think. That's it. Back up in there.
Yeah, I know, it's brilliant, isn't it?
So this is our most active area of the cave. So this is the wettest area of the cave. So you may have heard a few drips when you come up the stairs at the bottom. Again, in winter when there has been a lot more rainfall, there's another waterfall at the bottom of these stairs. So sometimes we do close off this chamber just because if you do come in here, you would get soaked with water, and as you can imagine, it wouldn't be very comfortable to continue on doing the rest of the tour being drenched with water. So over the end here is actually a tunnel. So this cave is around 3 to 4 kilometres long. We only see 300 to 400 metres of it, so it is actually a very large cave system. If we look at that tunnel, it gives us an idea of what the rest of the cave will look like, as there are more chambers like this under us. So I also like to call this area the Lookalike Area. So above me here we have the cave potatoes that look like they've been left in the cupboard for far too long. So those little formations coming outways from the other formations are called halactites. They're caused from wind movement, so this cave does breathe, so this tunnel and the entrance we came down through does breathe, so when the drip's about to drop, a little bit of wind will go and blow it outways, and that's how these are created. Also at the end here we have the cave turnips. We also have a garden nose. So you can get very creative in the cave. I think if you spent long enough down here, you might actually start to go crazy, which probably explains me a little bit. So we are going up into the roof of the cave. We are going to be very close to all the formations. Really good photos up there. To do that, we are going to go back down this staircase once everybody's come up and had a look. Under the big rock and back up our big main staircase. Yeah. So those stairs are called the Jenny Craig stairs. So they are a bit of a workout, so they're steep. If it does get too much for you, just lean to the side, take your time, pretend you're taking photos. I don't mind what you do. I won't leave you behind though.
Wider? That's it. Is it?
They're called shawls or curtains, hence why why we call this area the stage. And we put a light behind one of those because we also call it cave bacon, so it kind of gives it that effect also.
So it is actually a red light?
It's just a normal light.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
so the red's actually in it.
So that's why we do call it the cave bacon.
Wow.
Yeah, so the area looking out into there is the chamber we were in once before, so that is the wettest part of the cave. Where we're standing, you see we're very close to all the formations. So this used to be the wettest area of the cave. It is now one of the driest areas. That's just due to movements on the forest floor. So what's happening on the forest floor will depend on how much water is going to get through the rock down here. Also, the floor that we're standing on, or the floor you would have walked across, is the natural floor of the cave. So this is flowstone crystal. It kind of reminds me a lot of the ocean, so like abalone shells or something along those lines. And I'll let the people at the back move through and have a look. Also, this formation here is called E.T.'s finger. Again, we will be walking on the natural floor of the cave. However, this floor does have puddles, so if it looks wet, it is wet. If you like photos or family photos, most people do it in the next chamber because it is such a great opportunity.
Thank you.
Also, if you take notice of the floor that we're standing on and the floor on the other side, the railing either side, you will notice quite a big difference. From just walking on this floor, we've polished it with our shoes. So on the other side, the railing, that's what the natural floor of the cave is meant to look like. This is what it looks like from us, so you can see the effect that we do have on the cave and why we do ask people not to touch. So I'll move back out of this for you. Yeah, so that's flowstone crystal. It's kind of different to this because you can see the big difference between both the floors, and this one kind of looks a bit more dirty than the other side. So yeah, that's from us walking on it. So there are rivers throughout this cave, not under us, but the floor that we're standing on is a hollow floor, so there's nothing under us. It's okay, it won't fall. So for us that have been up here and taken our photos and had a look, we are going to move back under us. So also along this whole cave is filled with water rushing through it. And this is not very beautiful. Although you can wear thongs or can't do that.
It's going to go black.
So
Might be able to focus.
3, 2, 1.
You got that, Jeff?
So if we look behind us, we can see a little bit of light. That's from the entrance. So once you get to the top gate, you will have to lift up a handle and
Nearly got you. Fall in amongst them.
yeah, so like lifting up that bar. So there's a bar, so if you lift that up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a good one.
Excellent. Excellent commentary.
No, it's not. Yes, it is.
No, there's two behind me, I think.
Almost there.
Wow, we did it. That was nice. I couldn't stop taking photos. That's how good it was.